record a short video here on vertical angles. Before we get started on solving measures from vertical angles, I want to explain how vertical angles work. So I have some tissue paper and I drew a set of intersecting lines on this tissue paper. Now, when two lines intersect, it creates two sets of vertical angles. We can say that this angle and this angle right here are considered vertical angles. Now, there's a special rule that goes along with vertical angles, and I'm going to show it to you right now. When you fold over this angle on top of itself, those two vertical angles that we just looked at, you can see that they line up exactly on top of each other. That means that they have the same exact measure, okay? So we can say this angle and this angle are congruent to each other, or we can say that the measure of these two angles is equal. Now then you're gonna run into problems like this. Let me put this aside for a minute. My ink seeped through a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the lines I created for my demonstration. Okay, we just folded over this angle and this angle, these two vertical angles here, this pair of vertical angles, and they were exactly the same measure. So that means that if this angle right here is 64 degrees, and this angle is 3x, we can figure out what x is because we've just shown that these two angles are equal in measure. So we can literally say this angle, which is 64 degrees, is equal to the measure of this angle, which is 3x degrees. Now we just solve it like it's an equation, because it is an equation. We'll divide both sides by 3, and we'll get that x is equal to, what is that going to be? Oh, we're going to get a decimal. This is going to be 221.3 forever. Okay, so that means that x is equal to 21.3 repeating degrees. So we can use what we know about vertical angles to create equations and solve them. Just remember that vertical angles are equal to each other. So all you need to do is put an equal sign between them and you're good to go, okay? Please let me know if you have more questions. I would be happy to explain any questions that you have. So screenshot any problems that you run into while you're working on your work, email them to me right away. I'll record an explanation and send it back to you, hopefully within a half hour. All right, Bobcats, have a great day.